Hey guys, just leaving work, gonna go pick up my son at school, and this is a good time for me to talk because a lot of times I'm just busy dealing with things, putting out fires. Right now we're dealing with the governor's mandate for generators in assisted living facilities after what happened with Hurricane Irma, and it knocked out the power to the nursing home down in Broward County, and some residents lost their lives from heat exhaustion. So the governor put out an emergency mandate. All facilities must comply with the new generator rule. So we're all just trying to figure out exactly what it is that we need to comply. 4 days worth of fuel, what type of generator, how much of the house, all of that stuff. I get busy at work, but I really like doing these videos, so I hope you don't mind I do it in the car. Today I wanted to talk to you about advertising for your assisted living facility. And some of you have never had a business before, and I think maybe a good comparison would be if you had a store and your store was in the mall, and you know all the traffic's there in the mall, and you don't need to worry about people coming because they're going to the mall to go to Macy's and Dillard's and Bloomingdale's and the movie theater and those type of things. And if you were on a busy commercial road, your assisted living was on a busy commercial road, that is similar to the, kind of equivalent to being in a mall. There's a lot of traffic, people see your sign, they know you're there. If you're tucked away in a neighborhood somewhere and it's really hard for somebody to find or see, you need to get the word out. And one of the tools you have is advertising. In the old days, you would just take out a Yellow Pages ad. And the bigger the ad, the better. It's gotten a lot more complicated with the internet now, and I can tell you that when you open, and if you're already open, you're going to get bombarded with calls from salespeople who sell advertising, digital advertising, Yellow Pages, the little savings books, mailers. You'll get people calling you to put magnets on refrigerators, and they're all going to sound like experts. But the truth is you need to be very careful how you spend your money, because you could just take out a little ad in one of those senior newspapers or magazines. Like a little ad would be $300 a month. If you put an ad and you got a person to fill your bed because your ad, it pays for it, right? But if that's your only budget, if your only budget is $300, I wouldn't bank on just one ad in a newspaper or whatever it is to fill your beds. It's got to be a diverse strategy. You need to take your budget that you have, that you allot, and you need to factor that in when you're opening, how much you can allot towards advertising. And so what I recommend you do is there's other ways to do it. You can do placement services where you don't pay anything until they bring you somebody, and they may charge you 1 full month's rent, which is a hard pill to swallow, but it'd be the equivalent of you running that $300 ad all year and you got one person. The only difference is that this placement service is doing that for you, and they're building their brand, and they're building they're going to get the future calls, whereas if you were advertising, you will get the future calls. Somebody might have seen the ad, and 2 years from now they'll have clipped it out or kept it or told somebody about it, and you'll get the residual effect from your own personal advertising, but not by just using a placement service. So if you're willing to pay somebody to bring you a lead, you should put into place a consistent advertising budget. And of course, you're going to supplement this with marketing efforts, which is like going out and networking and open houses, and just build your name in the community. But you need to build a budget, and if $300 is your budget, then I would maybe look at some different options to spread it around. Here's a really good one. Local churches have little bulletins, and depending on the size of the church, they're not that expensive. And little bulletins for people who go to the church, they'll probably read it front and back every time they go to church. So that's a little tip, is that maybe you can find little church bulletins that are in your area. Spread out that $300 a month, and also try to do more things to reinforce your brand with those churches. Maybe you could do an event at your facility, or you could do something with them, a fundraiser for the church, build awareness, participate with them, and then they'll be able to associate your name, Jennifer's Caring, Loving Home. They'll be associate the name of your business with you. And I think people need that comfort level when they're choosing an assisted living facility for their mom or dad or brother or sister. They're very careful about where they put them. They don't want to just pick any place because they saw an ad. They want some connection, whether it's somebody told them about it, or even if they just go there and they get to know you and they get a good feeling about it. But how do they get to you? So that's the key, is consistent, diversified advertising. Some of the other things, of course, internet ads are going to be a huge part of it. Open houses you can do, networking events. So, check around and see what you can find in your community. There's a lot of options. Okay, I hope that was helpful. We are going to be hosting live training events, live in person. We're going to be doing in-person core training, which is administrator training, and we're going to be doing in-person assisted living facility blueprint training, which is going to be 3 days with us, and we're going to be answering your questions and giving you all the information that we have in a blueprint format to help you launch your own assisted living business. And there's different types of businesses, so we'll talk about all that. myalfconsultant.com. You can find out more information about all of our services that we offer, which includes training, consulting, marketing, and soon records management. So Calais, thanks, and have a great day.